Hello everyone, this is Chadi Hassoun, the project manager for Team Skuunkworks, and this is the progress report for the customizable daily routing report for inpatient management project. The agenda for today, I'll go over the project status in the Gantt, and Matt will go over the demo and deployment plan. At the high level, from a resourcing standpoint, I'm the project manager. Chan is the back-end developer. Dan is the front-end. David is a front-end and DevOps. Pia is a front-end, and Matt is the lead developer, and he's doing back-end and DevOps. This is the overall Gantt chart. And as of now, we are at the implementation stage. We are slated to be completed on April 12th. There's no delays whatsoever. We are on target to finish that implementation plan accordingly. Shortly afterwards, we'll start the testing and validation, and eventually the go live on April 21st.
Okay, I'm going to give a demo now of kind of the front end parts of the project and the back end as well, and I'm going to show a little bit about kind of our data structures, and then I'll talk a little bit about our kind of deployment plan here. So let's flip over to an actual demonstration. This is running code. This will be running in our Docker container. So I'll just kind of jump in here. This page will eventually be a kind of a search page for the patients. So when you select a patient, you'll see that. This is what's going to come up next. So let me just go over this page a little bit, show you what you can see here. So right here we have the fishbone diagrams. These were specified by our mentor, who is a practicing physician, and he indicated that these can be used to show any physician a quick view of health statistics and different kinds of test results and things like that. So the way these work is that the diagram actually shows the physician, it's specific to these kinds of tests. So if a physician sees this, they'll know exactly what these kinds of numbers are. So this should be a really good visual image for them. We're going to have medical history, vital signs. These will be little graphs like this. These are known as spark lines. They'll just be a simple thing to show progression over time. Really easy to read, quick to read, and then we'll have some other hematology and metabolic panel results over here. So that's kind of what the front end's like. We basically have to pull all this data out of FHIR resources, and I'll just kind of show you how that works next here. So we have a back-end API. So front end is in React, back end is in Java. We have one Java application server serving out the whole thing. And if you go through the API kind of URL here, you can actually get quite a bit of data out of FHIR. What we've decided to do is provide our own kind of intermediate grammar for this. So what we do is we go back and we query FHIR using the the regular Fluent API provided by Happy FHIR Java libraries, and we pull all this data in, and then we'll be able to render it out on this screen here. So this is just a couple different views of the data. I actually have a little bit, it's kind of hard to read, so I have a little bit clearer picture that's formatted, and you can see here, kind of how that's going to look. We've got patient data to start out, and then different kinds of observations here. If we have more than one, they'll be in here. They'll be dated as best we can in terms of getting the data out there. I'll show another view of this one. So we'll see some multiple observations. Some patients may have observations over time. We want to be able to track that and potentially render that out in the front end data. So that's kind of how the data structure will work and how the front end and back end talk together and work together. In terms of deployment, we will be just so far we're going to be deploying on a single Docker container that has just the Tomcat application basically, and that's going to host the React portion, which is in JavaScript, and then also provide this API layer here. So it should be a very simple deployment. It's very sort of simple conceptually. If I want patient data, I go to this area, and if I'm in the front end, it'll get all kind of rendered through the normal JavaScript React library. So it should be quite simple for deployment. So I hope that gives a good picture of where we are in this project, and thank you for your time.